Yar, avast ye mateys, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here, and we be pillaging today on this pauper video. Okay, I'm like not gonna keep that up the whole time, but I figured it was fine for the intro. Okay, today we have a very special pauper deck list, courtesy of Usco, which is a pirate tribal deck list for pauper. Now, I know what you're thinking, Phil. Pauper pirates, probably not a reasonable tribe, right? Well, okay, like we have a handful of reasonable cards and a couple of really cute interactions. So let's take a look here. Our one drop pirate is a goblin pirate, Impulsive Pilferer. And when it dies, you get a treasure token. And for 4 mana, you can encore and create another copy of this. And it gets haste, it attacks if able, and then you sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So, why are we playing this? Well, because with the pillaging, like, it's very literal pillaging. We're trying to blow up our opponent's lands and make it so they can't cast spells. So our idea here is that we play cards like the Impulsive Pilferer, and Chromatic Star that gain value when they go to the graveyard while we destroy our opponent's permanents. And we have both Mind Stones as a mana rock and Cleansing Wildfire to ramp. Cleansing Wildfire can also just be used on opponents' lands to blow them up. The big kind of draw towards being a pirate tribal deck list, in addition to the lulls, is that Fiery Cannonade does deal 2 damage to each non-pirate creature. So that's a pretty strong sweeper if it's not going to ever hit anything of your own. There are 2 playable pirates in Pauper. There's the Crimson Fleet Commodores and Boarding Party that actually have like pretty reasonable stat lines. And then to kind of fill out the deck list, we do have to play a couple of pirates that are of a lower power level. And that's what Brazen Buccaneers here is. As far as deck building goes, like obviously we're trying to do a theme here rather than build the most powerful deck. Just in terms of some early critiques here, I think if we're playing Cleansing Wildfire and we do want to like get reasonable value out of it, I think we have to play a couple more artifact lands, either Darksteel Citadels or just some red bridges that have some other color. That kind of stands out to me. I also just don't know if we should like play these at all, and we should just play more Boarding Parties, just because Boarding Party is objectively a stronger card. But maybe I am undervaluing the explore aspect of this card. At the end of the day, if we do end up like cracking the earth, cleansing wildfire, and pillaging our opponents into the Shadow Realm, it doesn't matter what we kill them with, right? And as far as the sideboard goes, we just have a bunch of traditional stuff that you would see from a red sideboard. We have a little bit of artifact hate in the form of things like Gorilla Shaman, a little bit of graveyard hate in the form of things like Relic, and the ability to prevent fog type effects, because sometimes that's relevant in this format. I don't think I have a lot to say here. Let's just kind of jump directly into the video and see how many wins we can deal with pirates. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, if you're new here and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. And if you're a regular, please consider throwing me a like before this video begins. It's one of the easiest ways to support my content for free. Let's firebolt some people. All right. I guess I keep this opening hand. I have a handful of tools. I can't exactly use some of them the way that I would want to use them, but fingers crossed this works out okay. Ooh. Fiery Cannonade in hand is pretty sick here. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah. We can go ahead and play a Chromatic Star. Play Crack the Earth. Sacrifice my Chromatic Star. Which means that I get to draw a card there. Yeah, an opponent kept the elf instead of the land, which plays into this Fiery Cannonade just being fucking disgusting. I like how this is looking. Yeah, unfortunately, I probably have to kill that this turn, otherwise it's just going to be outside of range of Fiery Cannonade in the future. Alright. Boom! Should have made a better cannon noise. I regret not making a better cannon noise. That was a misplay. Oh, this card is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is What the fuck, Quarian Ranger? What the fuck? Alright. Alright. Ah. Alright. I'm the monarch. Quarian Ranger is so fucking rude. Oh my god. What a, like, funny interaction, I guess. Ah. I have another one. Damn it. Damn it! Fuck you, Quarian Ranger! What did I ever do to you? Mind Stone. Ah. Ah. Let's cycle this. Well, that kills one of them. Doesn't really solve my problem. Opponent can deny my card draw, which is annoying. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass my turn here and leave up the potential of drawing another Fiery Cannonade. Oh, still got all these Cleansing Wildfires. This Quarian Ranger situation is very funny. Alright, there's an untap, which is just to bounce the land. Feed the Stampede. Very much not good for me. That was a draw 4. Cool, cool, cool. I absolutely block 1. There are more important cards like this one for me to Lightning Bolt later, or this one, so I don't think I can use my Lightning Bolt here. I do think I will draw a card, though. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. I think I need to kill these things and try to choke my opponent on mana. I think that's how I win this here. Yeah, okay. Alright, now it's all coming together. So, blow up Quarian Ranger. Back for 5. Put my opponent to 15. I become the monarch. Go to end step. Pillage a land. Yo, flashback from Firebolt is kind of sick. Alright, we're doing stuff. We're absolutely doing stuff. And things. Alright, cool. Am I lightning bolting? Sure. Got more important targets, but I might need to just keep bashing away. Fuck a Firebolt. Bash in for 5. Put my opponent to 10. I'll go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire myself, because I don't expect to run my opponent out of lands here. Grab another mountain and work towards boarding party being good. I don't think I need to Lightning Bolt. Actually, I might need to Lightning Bolt on my opponent's turn. That's fine. Yeah. Now I can, like, bolt an Elvish Vanguard so it doesn't get a bunch of counters. Yeah. And opponent's gonna be real mad when I just, like, send all of their elves to the Shadow Realm like this. Got another Lightning Bolt. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, there is a boarding party, which is lethal damage. Oh, the pirates. Oh, the pirates. Pirates are so good. The pirates are unstoppable. Why did I ever doubt the pirates? Yarr. Okay. Electrickery is sick. More Fiery Cannonade is good. I don't think Magmatic Sinkhole is reasonable here, but it's a thing. What do I want to take out? It's kind of hard to make the Crack the Earth line up the right way. Like, I was on the play there and drew into the Mind Stone to make it good. I think given the amount of card advantage that my opponent has, I just, like, don't do that. And then I guess if I, like, don't really want to do this, they make the, like, taking those out makes the Impulsive Pilferers basically unplayable, though. I wish I just had more Fanatical Firebrands, like, cards hot in this matchup. Alright. I'll keep 2. Maybe I should play Magmatic Sinkhole on the draw, though. I mean, I have 2 Fiery Cannonades in hand, and, like, Chromatic Star Crack the Earth. Absolutely keeping this. I'm a fucking bully today, folks. Like, I am here to kill elves. Yeah. Like this land, by the way. I have no idea anymore what sets things are from. I have lost track of all product. I have to get better about that, because, like, I'm playing with real Magic cards again. That's Crack the Earth. Hell yeah. Yep. Cast Crack the Earth. Sacrifice my Chromatic Star. Opponent junks a land. I don't think I want to Crack the Earth them again, but it's tempting. I just like have Fiery Cannonade coming up next turn. And like a 6-drop or a 4-drop that I want to cast. Yeah, I think I just chill here. We'll see what my opponent can do. Green Ranger is good. I will just take the 1 damage from this. Since I have 2 Fiery Cannonades, I'm just going to use one on my turn and go from there. Like, I am good with this amount of value. Actually, I guess I can do it in my opponent's upkeep in case I have some random protection spell. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Deck is not full of very many instants. This just forces them to use mana on their own turn if they do have a protection spell. Yeah, they do. Seems good. Yeah. So that regenerates those, and then just hopefully I just get even more creatures with this second Fiery Cannonade. Yep. Good stuff. Second Fiery Cannonade. Opponent is down to 1 card, and I have a bunch of removal, and I'm about to become the Monarch. I don't think I crack the Earth here, so that I can 100% play this next turn, or so that I can play Firebolt plus Pillage next turn. A little awkward if they end up just, like, leading the Stampede or something, but otherwise I think it's fine. I don't care about this creature right now. I'd rather just become the Monarch this turn. I don't know, Firebolt plus Pillage is pretty good, though. Maybe I should just take that line. Just make it harder for my opponents, like, lead the Stampede type cards to get more value. Do you have a play? Or have I stranded a bunch of expensive stuff in your hand? Hey, Pirates! Pirates got a win on the board in round 1, and it actually looked impressive. Maybe I was the doubter here. Okay, I mean, we have a hand that just plays Chromatic Star into Crack the Earth again. Alright, this deck is doing shit, folks. My god. Oh, I wish I had another red mana here so that I could, like, Crack the Earth and Firebolt that elf. I guess I can cast the Crack the Earth first and try to draw into a red land, huh? Alright. Sacrifice the Chromatic Star. I draw a card. Come on, red land. Fuck. Okay. I'll get it next turn. I do really need a land next turn, though. Otherwise, I think I fall behind even after destroying one of my opponent's lands here. Pillage. The Pillage is looking so hot. Let me pillage. Let me pillage. Alright. Fuck. I probably don't have time to do this here. I think I just need to Firebolt one of these, lest my opponent do something very big and very dumb. Missing the land drop for this Pillage is absolutely brutal, though. It's like, getting that 2-for-1 after destroying one of my opponent's forests in the first place would have been clutch. There's 2 mana, there's 4 mana. There's the Packmate. So opponent is playing a ramp deck, kind of similar to what I played on the channel a little while back. And I think destroying the elf is more important than destroying the Packmate. Like, I want to stick my opponent with cards before they get to, like, 7 and 8 mana for cascading things. They might have, like, Packmates, they might have Owlbearers. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of card draw. I think I am just falling behind in terms of tempo for missing that land drop. Which is rough. Alright, little buddy. You get out there and you do your best, soaking up that 3 damage. Yeah, I don't know. Opponent is hitting a lot of land drops. Yeah. I don't know that I'm going to be able to keep up with my opponent's resources in the next game unless I become the Monarch. I also can't really go after my opponent's lands now, because I'm just getting hit for 9. I have 3 mana available, though I can't really do anything other than pillage their lands. My sweeper isn't going to deal with this. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I think I am not going to show my opponent more cards here. I don't feel good about this matchup. Like, if I can get the early land destruction in, I can maybe go somewhere, but when the game starts going long, I think I'm screwed. I think I'm going to bring in more removal to try to keep my opponent from getting to the big stuff. So I think I'll probably board in about 3 cards here. Lensing Wildfire knocking enchantments off lands, though, is pretty legit. What don't I want? whole crack the earth thing probably matters here. Probably Buccaneers that go out. I probably board out 3 Buccaneers for these 3 cards. Let's see where this goes. I'm gonna keep this and just, like, 2 for 1 myself to destroy one of my opponent's lands in all likelihood. But I think if I can destroy 2 of their lands and then maybe I draw a removal spell for an elf or something, this game can look reasonable. And my opponent took 1 mulligan as well. Alright, what do you got? Utopia Sprawl. The Firebolt. If I'm willing to let my opponent use 3 mana for their turn, I can just pillage that card next turn. I think I'm going to get greedy and try that. Gives my opponent 1 more mana, but then guarantees that I get a 2 for 1. I think I'm down with that. Fuck me. Well. How the turns table. Alright. Fuck. What an odd punish. I hope I don't end up in the land destruction hole now. I don't care if my opponent puts 1 creature into play. I hope that I can power through that eventually. Yeah. So let's destroy your land right back. And then kind of hope that I leave my opponent to Resource Light to dump much else of their hand. Doesn't look like I'm going to be successful here in that regard. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to destroy that land. Yeah, but all of my opponent's cantripping threats here are just outvaluing what I'm doing by a pretty substantial margin. Let's Firebolt that and take care of it. I can Lightning Bolt this and take care of it, meaning that I can play the Pilferer as well. And next turn, could crack the earth now. This will get a treasure now, and then I can use a treasure to kill this. Okay, let's actually do that. I think this ends up destroying one of my opponent's forests in process. By Pilferer. Yeah, it destroys forest. I might end up... No, that's not going to work out well for me. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this now. But opponent just has a bunch of cards that cantrip at this point. Ooh. Okay. Now we're talking. And now maybe I just like draw a land, play a Commodore, and I'm good. Almost good. I'll just play that. It's really awkward if my opponent can follow up with another creature on their turn, though. I just taken 2. I'm totally fine if I just take 2. It's just, like, if my opponent plays another creature, it becomes very awkward for me. Fuck. Okay. Firebolt is 5 on flashback? Yeah. Alright. I think I need to do this. My opponent attacks in with both of their creatures. I kill one thing, they draw a card, and then hopefully I draw more cards than they do after I take the Monarch back, but... Yeah. I'll take my free value here. Like, I've essentially traded Arbor Elf for allowing them to draw another card. I think is okay. Alright, no other play. That is very good for me. I think I'm going to play another Crimson Fleet Commodore in this turn cycle. I'm going to try to attack first and just make sure nothing weird happens. Alright, get in there, little buddy. Kill me that crown. Good job. There is a world where I just play Brazen Buccaneers this turn instead of this. But this just hits harder in terms of me ending the game. Like, killing my opponent while they stumble is very real. Darksteel Citadel means I can use Cleansing Wildfire as actual ramp. Is cool. Okay, yeah. Lightning Bolt's neat. Do I just play Brazen Buccaneers and crash on in while holding up Lightning Bolt? Seems good. Alright, Brazen Buccaneers. It explores. Alright. Go ahead and crash in with everything here. See what my opponent wants to do about this. That's fine. I hit my opponent down to 5. I think I'm going to Lightning Bolt and just finish this creature off. I think if my opponent, like, attacks in to become the Monarch, it's just, like, too difficult for them to actually win. Nice. Yeah, your wild growth effects are totally fine here. Packmate is fine. I believe I just have lethal by casting Fiery Cannonade now. Yep. Pirates! Let's go. I don't think I'm going to make any changes to how I sideboard here. It's definitely scarier when I'm on the draw, especially now that I know that my opponent has like these thermokarsts that can blow up my lands. So they are going to more consistently ramp to their pillage effects than I am. And more of their stuff cantrips. Obvious auto mulligan here. This is probably fine. This has like Crack the Earth plus Chromatic Star, and I can lead on Darksteel Citadel, so my land can't be destroyed. What is going back? Probably Sinkhole. I think it's Sinkhole or Commodore. Oh shit, actually I can't lead on Darksteel Citadel, because then I don't have red for turn 2. Ooh. Alright, I do have to play Forgotten Cave on 1. It's very bad if that gets destroyed. Very, very, very bad. I mean, it is what it is. I have to do it, but land destruction spell here is, I think, game-winning. I don't think that's an exaggeration. Oh, good. So, Chromatic Star. No, not Firebolt. Crack the Earth. I will sacrifice my star. Drawing a card while doing that. I actually wanted my opponent to destroy a land there, rather than destroy this, because I'm better at answering this than I am their lands. Oh wow, they are playing Relic. I mean, I guess I showed them Firebolts. Okay. Play Mindstone. I think just play Mindstone is better than hold up this. Let's do that. I'm not going to cycle it. I need that mana. Oh, also, opponent put Utopia Sprawl on blue. Didn't notice that immediately. Weather the Storm. I am very happy that you are using a card to do that rather than play a 4/4 or something that just hits me in the face. Wow. Okay. That's a value card. Also just has evasion. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll become the monarch. Is awesome here. Then I just firebolt and clear this creature. And then hopefully I can try to control the board from here. Cleansing Wildfire is not bad. But opponent can play some stuff that's kind of hard for me to remove this turn. 2/4 with reach. Probably need to play defensively here. I think I need to ramp myself. I just need to like convert these Cleansing Wildfires into other cards. Yeah. Alright, so there's 4 mana. Let's play this and see where this goes. Floor. Lightning Bolt? Yeah, I'll draw a Lightning Bolt. That's probably pretty good. This holds back Penumbra Spider, meaning my attack is fine, but this just like dies and creates another creature. Yeah, I'll just chill. I'll try to ride out a wave of card advantage here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now, do I want to destroy this land, or do I want to continue to ramp? Number Spider is, like, surprisingly annoying for me. I think I'm going to continue to ramp. If I draw a Pillage, I'd much rather Pillage this. Alright. Grab a mountain. Draw a Fiery Cannonade. I can just end up casting double Fiery Cannonade in a turn at some point for some sick value. This is 5 to flashback. 3, 4, 5. I just don't really like my attacks, though. So I'll just draw my card at end step and see where this goes. Roll Locket. Wow, sacrifice to draw 2? Cool. And that's exactly the sort of thing my opponent wants in this situation, right? Okay, yeah, they're just going to cash it in for the 2 cards immediately. That's fine. They're so annoying. Just, continue to ramp myself, I guess. Like, I can work towards drawing more pirates. Ooh. That's not bad. I can probably take attacks with both my creatures now. If I want. Use Lightning Bolt to finish off the spider. Then Magmatic Sinkhole, finish it, double Fiery Cannonade. I don't know, I can also just like keep sitting on stuff. Alright, that's not Cleansing Wildfire. Yeah, maybe I just keep chilling and just keep riding my card advantage wave. All these things are just instants. They have a lot of flexibility. What do you have? You have an owlbear. Reasonable. Okay. I can cycle a card with Mind Stone pretty safely at this point. Another land drop. Sure. Might be time to try to turn the corner a bit here. 2 damage to each creature. Followed up with a second one. 2 damage to each creature. The Number Spider does its thing. Play out a Pilferer. Play out a Magmatic Sinkhole. I'm going to leave up a mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that thing out of the way. At which point, I can just crash in for a bunch of damage. Draw another card. And, like, I have Firebolt and Lightning Bolt to try to continue my reign of terror. Oh, wow. Opponent does not have anything to play in 4 cards. Or they might have, like, fog effects. Not really expecting a flash creature here. Could be wrong. Opponent drops to 7. I draw a card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, combat damage aside, I've just got this. Reach and trample. Not haste. Yeah, you can cascade. And do an owlbear. That's fine. Things can get a little weird if my opponent plays, like, a Storm Life Gain card. Then I'll actually have to, like, think. Not going to cast anything at their end of turn, I don't think. I've got plenty of mana. And I'd rather just spread the cards out over my turn. I do think I need to just Sinkhole this thing still. Sinkhole target that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, my opponent seems to be F6'd. Yeah, then I will just turn all these cards sideways and try to finish them off. There's a block on that creature. That's fine. Okay, opponent goes to 1. I'm going to attempt to Firebolt them to kill them. And if they respond with a Storm card, I can double Lightning Bolt in response. We're 2-0 with Pirates. We're 2-0 with Pirates. This is not a drill. Okay, unfortunately, my first hand for round 3 here just has no lands. I have to immediately mulligan. This one I'm going to keep. The Crack the Earths are super awkward, though. I'm going to have to throw one of those back. And here's to hoping that I continue to be an absolute lucker and just, like, top deck the Goblin or the Chromatic Sphere so that I can actually just kill something on turn 2. Failure. I think I'm going to play this and hope that I can pillage something next turn, but my opponent, unfortunately, is playing indestructible lands, which is rude. Hey, a land I can blow up. We're probably playing... Oh, yeah, we are playing against Burn. Specifically, like, the Madness Burn deck. And a bunch of my cards are not going to be good against this deck. Crack the Earth is really bad against the blood tokens, and I need something that is going to provide consistent damage, and these Firebolts aren't it. I am debating whether or not I just start flinging these at face now. It's just, like, very awkward in the face of cards like Vampire's Kiss that gain life. So I think I'm going to chill. Unfortunately, these are sorceries, so by choosing to chill, I give up the option of doing something cool end of turn. Yeah, absolutely. Like, my opponent hasn't done much, but I am already just at 14. I am scared for my life. And, yeah, we'll see. Oh, gosh. I want to pillage that so bad. Pillage! Pillage! I mean... Do I even blow it up, though? Because I can't cast some of my important cards yet. I can set my opponent back a mana and a decent amount of time. Might just be better to do this. Yeah, opponent has 7 cards. I think I need to work towards, like, being able to play a 6-drop here. We heard you wanted Crack the Earth, though, Phil. That's what we heard. Yeah, I feel like I just have 5 dead cards in hand. This is so rough. I'm just, like, very unlikely to mana screw my opponent if they have, like, blood tokens and treasure tokens and stuff that their deck is regularly producing. Okay. This is not fine. This is not fine at all. Oh, fuck. Guess I'm triple firebolting that. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Let's continue to work towards this plan of cast big dumb cards when I finally draw them. Alright. Firebolt it. Firebolt it. Firebolt it, and let us never fucking talk of this again. Never. I expect to die this turn, by the way. Opponent has 5 cards and multiple blood tokens. Yeah. So the Alms is essentially a lightning helix. And then any 2 other burn spells kill me. Yeah, there's Fiery Temper. I am dead to that. This feels awful. I like Gorilla Shaman. I like Relics. I like Sinkholes. I will probably just play Ingot Chewer straight up as another body. I think like I think a lot of my cards are just bad. Like Firebolt seems like a bad game to be playing. My removal spells just aren't good, right? Like Cannonades aren't amazing in this matchup either. I can get all this stuff in. I would still need 2 more cuts. Crack the Earth still. I probably trim Crack the Earth. Yeah. I don't know. And maybe Firebolt's better than Crack the Earth. But like sometimes I live the Crack the Earth dream. This lives the Crack the Earth dream. Is that fine? That's maybe fine. If it's not fine, why am I playing the deck, right? Like, this attempts to do the thing that my deck wants to do on turn 1. Epicure. Alright. Which way do I want to do this? I think sack this. Sack my star, draw my card off of it, and then play Pilferer. Okay, my opponent junked the token. I'll play Pilferer, see if it can trade with Epicure. I'd be very happy with that. Hand's not looking great. See what my opponent can do to me. Yeah. One thing Wildfire not doing a ton right now. And it's awkward because, like, I want to play it this turn. I want to play this. I will sack this and kill that creature so that I can go ahead and attack on in for my 1 point of damage. I think I then try to take my opponent off black. I don't know how many basics. They're probably playing too many basics for that to be real. And I'll just go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire one of my own plans, I guess. Awkward. I don't know that I want to do it to my opponent here because, like, if they just have another swamp, it just is fueling them closer to Gurmag Angler. I need a Monarch card. That's what I need. There's a Vampire's Kiss. Punished. Punished for my choice. So I'll just be playing a land drop and passing with 2 instants up. Like, the chip damage I'm doing is just, like, fully negated by cards like Vampire's Kiss and the Alms, whatever the full name of that card is. Alright, it's just blood, yeah. Ugh. Matchup did not feel good. Does not feel good at all. I just, like, can't really play these cards. Mind Stone, which I think I'm just gonna play and crack immediately. And just try to get deeper into the deck. Alright. Well, the good news is I can play a 6-drop if I draw one. The bad news is I'm at 12. My opponent has 5 cards in hand, and it's really closer to 8 cards in hand because of all of these blood tokens. Yeah, take 3, go to 9. My opponent just draws cards while doing all of this. Yeah, opponent having the Epicure so that I didn't destroy one of their lands in the early game was just brutal. Down to 3. And I assume whatever this is kills me. I'm killing myself. You're not killing me. I'm getting the kill here. I'll show myself the door, thank you. Okay, round 4. I have 2 Crack the Earths and nothing really to sacrifice to them. I have Firebolts for early interaction, but I don't think this hand wins a game of Magic. Whereas this one does some portion of the time. I have, like, Pilfer and Crack the Earth. I have 3 lands to work towards Pillage. I think I throw away the Firebrand here. A little awkward if my opponent plays a, like, 1 toughness creature on turn 1. Don't do it. Yeah, alright. Might be playing against, like, Soul Sisters. That would be cool. That was one of the first decks that I tried out in Pauper when I started playing again a couple months ago. Well, it feels like it was a couple months ago. Time is weird now. Everything since 2020 is just like one giant blur. Okay. Springleaf Drum. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be a Boros Bully deck then. Okay. This is gonna be something that I'm gonna have to keep in mind the entire time that I'm playing. That Pillage next turn is gonna feel good. Play Pilferer. I'm gonna attack in for my 1 point of damage. Draw my opponent to 19. I will play Crack the Earth. I will go ahead and sacrifice the tapped one. And I get my treasure. This still accomplishes me denying my opponent a mana for a little while because, like, Springleaf Drum represented a mana. Okay, well. Or you can just have another one. Blue? Oh, it's just flashback looting. Sure, that's fine. Okay, Ash Baron's Mountain. So, I think this is just Mind Stone into Pillage this turn. That just feels good to me. Mind Stone, Pillage, blow up that land that produces 2 mana, and then next turn I can become the Monarch. It's a little awkward if my opponent plays, like, a Hawk or something that just flies. Otherwise, I like it. This just prevents damage, right? Yeah. Let's attempt to play this Monarch game. My opponent can play a removal spell and do some gross things to me, but I'm hoping that I have cut them off of enough resources that that doesn't happen. They still have access to red mana via Springleaf Drum, though, so there's that. Now they get to flash it back. And the worst part here is that, like, Prismatic Strands is also just up as of right now. That's not good for me. The Crack Mindstone situation. I think this is an I need to attack situation. See what my opponent does about it. Like, they become the Monarch no matter what. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna eat it. Reasonable when they can just gain a whole bunch of life off of these things. I am going to play out another Mind Stone here. See what I draw. Pillage. I think I am letting my Boros bully fuck me. My Boros bully opponent become the Monarch. And when you let this deck just, like, get a whole bunch of extra cards, it does not go well. Yeah, and they're holding a little bit extra back to better play into Prismatic Strands. I'm in trouble. Field to that. End step, I think I'm gonna draw at least 1 card. I need to just draw a second. I need to filter through to something better than what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to attack in with everything. Like, my opponent can Strands, and shit goes south real fast. Yeah. Ooh, they use the Strands. Okay, that puts me in a situation where I can attempt to end up with Fiery Cannonade and wipe the board with that and potentially do something cool. We're exploring. No. Not want that on top. I just want to get deeper. But, like, even if I do board wipe, like, this thing has Disturb. All 4 of them, too. Okay. Let's draw with Mind Stone, and I think if I don't hit on this draw, I'm ready to concede. I think I am ready to concede. Now at this point, I'm just going to, like, lose to flashback on this, even if I draw the Cannonade next turn. Or, sorry, Disturb, rather. Alright, I like relics. I will play all of those. I like Electrickery. I like another Cannonade. That'll probably be about it. Actually, Flaring Pain is interesting. Let's at least consider Flaring Pain. Now, I didn't see Experimental Synthesizer this game, but, like, I expect it is around, and Crack the Earth is, like, super awkward when that is a thing. So I think that probably means that I do something like this. Means my early game is significantly worse, but my early game has just turned into, like, play Relic Idiot. So I guess that's what we're doing. Now, there's Relic. 2 lands enough here? I guess it's enough. Like, counting the Relic draw if I need to pop that, I kind of have 3 draws to hit a land drop to make it to Pillage. Yeah, your Spectre is fine. And, like, I have to consider whether or not I am just popping this Relic immediately. I don't really want to. Okay, now I want to. I want to blow up that land. Or I'll take my 1 damage here. And then just draw a card end of turn. That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. I guess we're doing this just so, like, I do something with my turn. Alright, goodbye. Land drop! Hey. Let's see how badly this feels, whatever this is. Alright, Bird's Astral Vision. Actually, my opponent will only draw 2 here, in all likelihood. Yeah. I take 2 chip damage from all of this. Am I pillaging or am I ramping? I'm probably not winning this game if my opponent continues to deploy cards. I think I need to pillage. Let's attempt to take them off of white because I know they have Wadron Hawks coming. Looting? Looting. Looting discards Battle Screech, and they have the white mana. Disgusting. Oh, and Disturbed Sacred Cat as well. Cool, cool. Where is my board wipe? It is not here. How am I winning this game now? The answer is I need to wipe their board. So let's take a redraw here and try to draw a board wipe. That is not a board wipe. We'll play a Firebrand. I just, like, kill this token. Yeah, all in all, does not feel good. Maybe I'm supposed to hold that. I don't know. I kind of think that I'm in the situation where, like, this is board wipe or bust. Sure, that's fine. Cool. I just get hit for so much incidental damage here off these cards. Yeah, like, I can play a Cascade card, and then, like, my opponent becomes the Monarch after 1 turn. Which is horrific. Like, I think I'm doing it. Or sorry, Cascade cards and Monarch cards are different. Like, I play this 6/3 that I'm using as a blocker. Like, this gets me somewhere, but my opponent still gets to attack for 3 in the air. Oh no, okay, sure. I mean, I'll block. I need to soak up every single point of life that I can. Yeah, because this sort of thing is just likely to happen. So I am dead. GG's. Okay, my opening hand has Impulsive Pilfer and Crack the Earth, but only has a single land. I think I'm just going to try to find something that's a little more consistent. Yeah, this is fine. Let's dunk the Buccaneers here. The Monarch card is just the stronger of the options available to me in the early game here. All right. Fuck, it's the same matchup as last round in all likelihood, which did not feel great for me, by the way. So I don't like my odds. I'm taking 1, that's fine. Drop to 19. Desert. I need a refresher on this one. It's been a hot minute. 1 damage to target attacking creature during the end of combat. Sure. Crack the Earth is a sick draw here. Kind of. You know. Eh. Yeah, it might just be better for me to ramp this turn, actually. Now that my opponent has a clue token. Yeah. That's disappointing. I have good tools at my disposal now, though. It just, like, super sucks that, like, a couple of these decks that we've played against have created so many incidental value permanents. Alex Ullman a while back wrote an article just kind of saying, like, hey, Pauper is more about storing things on board now than previously. I don't think I can just play out this Monarch card this turn. I think I want to try to get the board a little bit under control first. I think I'm going to go ahead and just crack the Earth, sack this star, make my opponent give up 1 of their clue tokens. Try to draw into Pillage. Fail. That's Cycle this land. Do I want Mind Stone or do I just want to Lightning Bolt the Skyfisher? I think I can take 2 damage and Lightning Bolt the Skyfisher later. Like, and then I can play Commodore, Lightning Bolt Skyfisher, hope opponent doesn't play another flying creature in this turn cycle. Alright, let's draw Fiery Cannonade. Let's draw Fiery Cannonade, I said. I need to do this now. I don't think I can play this card. Fuck yeah! Let's fucking go! Alright. I'm gonna do this now before Prismatic Strands is up. Let's just Cannonade all of that stuff. Finish off the Fisher. And notably, opponent is not Boros Bully, so like they have green mana for something. I don't necessarily know what that something is, but it seems like they're playing the same general shell. Oh yeah, sure, that's neat. These flyers are eating me alive. Star. I think I'm just gonna immediately just cycle this for mana and take the redraw off of it. Fuck. Alright, I'm falling behind. Let's see if I can spike exactly Lightning Bolt here. Nope. Mountain, Phil. Mountain is what you get. Alright. So, my opponent becomes the Monarch, and I can't threaten it unless I draw a haste creature. Which is not great for me. I'm eating 3 here. My opponent's gained a lot of incidental life. Damn it. Mind Stone. Cycle. God damn it, Mind Stone. Fucking stop. Draw a new card. Crack the Earth. That seems real bad here. I feel dead. I would like to see more cards from my opponent before I die. Like, I wonder if they have, like, things like the Owlbear or this, what is it, Saraf, Packmaster or whatever, that are just gonna cantrip. Oh no. Oh no. Fiery Cannonade, though. Fuck, that's so much life. That is, no. Fetch me my Electricaries. Alright, Electricary in, Gorilla Shaman in. I think I just sideboard like the way that I did last time. Unsure about Flaring Pain. So, like, the Crack the Earths are going out. The Pelfers are going out, I guess. Yeah, I feel like my deck is slow here. Oh, I need to leave something in or board in one more card. I just play an Ingot Chewer to blow up random permanents. Just be a endgame 3/3. Yikes. Okay. I guess that's fine. This hand is reasonable if I draw a land. Otherwise, like, I have multiple Cleansing Wildfires that don't do anything here. I think I'm just gonna mulligan. Yikes. It's a keep on 6, but I might need to greed a bit with this Fiery Cannonade in order to have a reasonable hand. Sure. Oh, Pillage is good. Pillage is very good. Especially if opponent just plays a bounce land this turn in an attempt to replay the Crossroads. Okay. You have so many draw card things. Play a land. I'm going to pillage their white source, and I don't think I'm going to Lightning Bolt this dog. Like, I think I am just good with taking some damage from that, and then eventually cleaning that up with a Fiery Cannonade. Okay, my opponent disconnected for a while, but it appears that they are now back. I'll drop to 19 from this attack. Do I just kill the companion in response? I can sweep the companion up with Cannonade later, the thing, but I can't sweep up Core Skyfisher. I think I just give them the card worth of value. Oh. Or that. Guess it protects their white source from, like, a pillage effect. Reasonable. Do I Firebolt the dog? I think I Firebolt the dog. It just, like... I'll also just cycle my Cleansing Wildfire. It kind of commits to the bit that, like, goes like, hey, I don't have a sweeper if I use some resources to try to make them get more things on board. And now I'll just try to look like I have nothing for a couple turns. and hope they vomit a bunch of stuff onto the battlefield that I can sweep away. Or this can happen. Goodbye, white source. Yeah, I guess there's also an alternate timeline here where I just, like, draw a monarch or cascade spell and take over this game. That's a thing that can occur. Alright. They have found another white source. I think I have to leave this Mind Stone in play at least until I draw another land. Like, I have some 6-drops that I can draw. At this point, I'm okay cycling it. Okay. I mean, I'm not super excited about this. Put that into my graveyard. Start bashing for 3. I have a very large card deficit that I need to make up here. My opponent has 6 cards in hand. Part of that is just because, like, they're a little stuck on mana. But every turn that I just top deck a mountain or equivalent, like, they are going to get to throw another card in play. And I'm probably not going to just gunk them to death from the life total that they are at, especially if they play a couple of Lunar veterans. Ooh. That's fine. Got to really milk this fiery Cannonade for all that it's worth. I also have a Firebolt that I need to not forget about. I'll take 2, that's fine. Go to 15. That's another X1. I wonder at what point I am supposed to play this Cannonade. I don't think it's yet. I'm going to try to get another card out of this. For sure. I'll just take the 4 damage here. 11. Vector is fine. Take your life. Crack immediately. Another one, that's fine. This is probably about the point where I take my 5-for-1. Not really a 5-for-1 though, right? Because, like, opponent has gotten a lot of value out of their cards, including some clues. Cool. We'll pass the turn. We'll just pretend it's another fiery Cannonade and not a land, right? That's fine. Also, opponent's deck might straight up just be mono white, and there's just a random Celestia bounce land in there. If that's the case, that feels suboptimal to me over just playing the Boros one to, like, pretend to be Boros Bully. Cycle. Monarch subgame, huh? Probably need to start it. But my opponent has 2 flyers here. Electrickery an instant? Doesn't matter, didn't draw it. But I hope this creature stays on the battlefield, and then, like, I try to use Firebolt plus whatever I draw to clean up next turn. Situation's not great. Opponent is ahead on both cards and life total, and is the Monarch. It's a very bad combination of things. And, sure. Alright. See if opponent has a removal spell or fog. If they don't, I'm actually in pretty good shape. But if they have, like, a Prismatic Strands type card to prevent the damage this turn, that's pretty rough for me. Alright, get in there, little buddy. Cathar Commando. Okay, so I can stop that with Lightning Bolt. You're not an artifact or enchantment. Alright. Get that out of the way. Opponent will get some life for that. I become the Monarch. I really wanted Lightning Bolt to clear both of these creatures. I can draw another removal spell at my end step to accomplish a similar thing. Nope. Oops, all lands. Opponent feels very favored in this spot. Like, I'm fine in terms of life total, but in terms of resources, fuck. Okay. Let's draw a Cannonade here. Yeah. So good. You're a little late. Ah. There's some issues. Let's see if we can try to solve some of them. Take my redraw, where I will obviously draw a mountain. No, didn't draw a mountain. Next card, though. The next card is where we'll find the mountain. Cycle this for red. Come on. Alright. We're gonna get a storm count pretty soon here. Just go through this as well. Buccaneers, sure. I guess we're just playing that, right? Like, that's the world that I live in. Alright, explore. Cleansing Wildfire. No, I would not like to spend extra mana there. All my opponent's stuff flies. I'm going to go ahead and crash on in. If my opponent is kind enough to let me become the monarch. They are. At the end of combat step, these deserts are going to kill this creature. Yeah. Opponent is just going to go and keep all their creatures on board and attempt to pressure me into oblivion. Oh, fuck. Guardian's Pledge. I'm dead right now. That's +2/+2 to white creatures. Yeah, opponent is essentially a mono-white version of Boros Bully. Overall thoughts on the deck list. I'm amazed we won 2 games. Honestly, that's pretty good. I think while there's some interesting things going on here in terms of land destruction, I don't think this deck was consistent enough at anything to really fire on all cylinders. So, like, if you want to be a Crack the Earth deck, don't you need like a full play set of Chromatic Stars so that you can have like 8 things that are good with it in the early game? And if you want to be a Fiery Cannonade deck, shouldn't you probably be playing 4 of those in the 75? Like, that's one of your reasons to be tribal. I didn't really feel like Brazen Buccaneers held its weight in this league. Like, as a 3/3 haster, it's not particularly good. As a 2/2 that draws a land card, it's not particularly good. I would rather have more boarding parties for the end game, if I'm being honest. Like, that is something that's big and dumb and powerful. I also think, like, if you go off of the Pirate Tribal plan, you can try to play a mono-red control deck that looks something kind of like this. But, like, some of the deck building numbers are just weird, right? Like, not having the full play set of Darksteel Citadels if you want to Cleansing Wildfire your own lands some portion of the time. I think there's room for improvement in this deck list, but I don't know that the idea itself is better than other things that already exist in Pauper in a similar design space, right? Like, if you want to be a land destruction deck, like, why not be a red-green deck that can play both Pillage and Thermokarst and, like, more consistently have a turn 1 mana dork to power that out early? So, fun deck. Enjoyed the absolute hell out of playing it. Maybe not the most viable thing in the world. I will say the relics out of the sideboard felt nice. And it felt like I flooded out a decent amount, but I also mulliganed a decent number of hands with not enough cards, so that probably means ultimately that the land count's about right. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button on the way out. If you have something you want to see on the channel, my donation information, as well as this deck list, is available in the video description. Have a great rest of the day. See ya!